Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, Mayor Kate Gallego, Councilwoman Keisha Hodge Washington, Adult Education State Secretary Beverly Wilson, VNSA members, distinguished guests, and friends. We gather today to formally initiate a new era of adult education in Phoenix with the ribbon cutting ceremony dedication of Literacy Phoenix's brand new Downtown Learning Center. I want to introduce myself. I'm Ty Brennan. I'm the morning anchor over at Fox 10, and I'm a proud supporter of Literacy Phoenix. I actually started volunteering at their old location back in 2016, and it's so exciting to see the growth that this organization has had over the years to now be opening this beautiful new location right here in the heart of downtown Phoenix. As a journalist, I see and report on the struggles and triumphs of everyday people. For many of us, we take our literacy for granted, but for many, reading, writing, math, and learning English are a struggle. Math, still a struggle for me. But thanks to organizations like Literacy Phoenix, they are changing lives, opening doors never thought possible, and most importantly, building confidence in each of their students. It is my pleasure to MC this event here this afternoon. We've got quite a few speakers to get to, and we're going to start off with Chris Helsel. She began her career as an elementary school teacher and became involved with literacy volunteers of Westchester County in the 80s, taking a job with the New York State Department of Corrections. I bet she's got some crazy stories, running a tutoring program at a maximum security prison. After getting a master's degree, she moved into social work, directing a community helpline in Seattle, and working with those who struggle with their mental health, as well as those experiencing homelessness in San Diego. After retiring, she and her husband moved to Gilbert, where she connected with literacy volunteers of Maricopa County, now Literacy Phoenix. She began tutoring, then helping train volunteers, and then serving on the board of directors for Literacy Phoenix. Let's welcome Ms. Helsel.
Thank you. On behalf of Literacy Phoenix Board of Directors, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the Downtown Learning Center's dedication and open house. Welcome. This is truly a celebration for us. Even though we've been in business for a while, this is quite the adventure for us. We hope to be building partnerships and relationships with the downtown area to the benefit of our students who are trying to learn to read, get a high school equivalency, speak better English, get a certificate in retail job training, and prepare for the citizenship test. So we're looking forward to reaching some real milestones, not just for our students, which we are sure will do that, but our staff and our volunteers and our donors and supporters. So I would like to welcome everybody and thank you all for being here.
All right, next we're going to hear from a recent high school equivalency graduate, Mr. Roderick Netsosi. We'll share a few words with you all this afternoon. There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Hi. Hello? I'm sorry. There we are. Hi, I'm Roderick Netsosi. I'm 35 years old, and I recently passed the GED and got my high school equivalency diploma. It was quite a journey. I had many setbacks, and even life itself was pretty hard. So I was supposed to be in class of 07, and even back then, it was a different time. And Bush was in office, war was going on, and even phones were just coming out. So I myself just had to learn to grow up, and I'm still learning. So without a diploma, I had to look for a job. And growing up, I loved school. Everything about it. My favorite subject was math, and I read a lot. I tell people I was an A student that never graduated high school. I lost myself with the whole crowd of people who didn't like school. I had my share of ditching class just to fit in, amongst other things. So personally, I felt sad and humiliated when I could see my classmates grow out of high school and do life stuff. So I had to do that as well. So I got a job as a dishwasher and eventually learned the rest of the restaurant business over the years. I wanted more, but without a diploma, it was hard. Cut to 2020 and COVID-19, a lot of places were closing and letting people go from jobs. I was no different. So I worked at a gas station and I have been there for a couple of years. It was okay. It seemed like only gas stations were the only ones open at the time. So after COVID dwindled down and the world seemed to become normal again, I moved to Phoenix. Phoenix is much bigger than the town I am from. I randomly moved to the Sunny Slope area. I began looking for a new job and wanted to get to know the place locally. One day I went to apply for a mailbox and walked by a sign that said free GED classes. I was like, why not? When in Rome. So that Friday in December of last year, I went in and Mariano helped me. It helped me enroll. Once I started, my teacher Sharon, she was very helpful. While I was preparing for the GED test, I also learned about the Retail Industry Fundamentalist, RIF, certification, and I enrolled. I attended the class and got my certificate. This certificate helped me better understand retail businesses such as the restaurant where I work now. As I prepared for the subject test, I took the test, passed again. At the same time, I decided to join a paid medical study, which I knew would allow me to spend 3 months studying while making some income and provided with room and board. With plenty of time and more focus, I dedicated my time to study online preparing for the GED subject test. I was also on SNAP at the time as well, food stamp, and I learned at Literacy Phoenix that SNAP recipients can receive additional help through SNAP's Career Advancement Network, SNAP can. I'd even told the staff at the study's medical facility what I was doing, and they helped me by driving me to the test, for which I'm very thankful. I don't say the tests were easy, but to me it was fun. I guess like any job, when it's fun, it seems to be easier. Because like school, I haven't forgotten much. Well, just some things, but for studying for the GED helped. I got my high school equivalency diploma while I was in the studies medical facility on March 20th of this year. Thanks to the staff of Literacy Phoenix, staff Ken, Angelina, the staff of the medical facility, and the desire to learn. Now that I have my high school diploma and the RIF, I want to further my education and follow my dream of going to college. Well, thank you. While I am not sure what degree or career I would like to pursue, I know that I want to continue learning since I enjoy studying. I want to enroll in college and explore different courses to find the work field I would enjoy and have a passion for practicing the rest of my life. Thank you.
Well, it is a privilege to have the City of Phoenix's Mayor, Kate Gallego, here with us this afternoon. Since her early days serving on the City Council, Mayor Gallego has been focused on creating the Phoenix of the future, a welcoming, thriving city with high-paying jobs and opportunities for all. Might I add, Mayor Gallego is only the second woman elected mayor in Phoenix history and one of the youngest major city mayors here in the nation. Everybody welcome Mayor Gallego.
I am so thrilled to be with you for this important dedication ceremony. Literacy Phoenix is such a treasure for our city, and we are so grateful for what you do to give people wonderful opportunities, to unlock great career paths, connections, and support systems. I want to say thank you to the team who makes it all possible. Could the board members raise their hands so we can recognize you? And then the staff and volunteers, could you raise your hand so we can recognize you? The gifts you give our community members is so incredible, and so on behalf of the City of Phoenix, we want to say thank you to our leader, Jesus. We are so thankful for your service to our community. Jesus has an incredible education from top schools, a great career in the business sector, but fell in love with this work and was, I think, I would say, called to it. And we're so thankful for what you do. Jesus serves the City of Phoenix as a Phoenix Workforce Commissioner. Our Workforce Board is a group of nonprofit and business leaders that advises the City of Phoenix on issues around workforce, and we very much benefited from your counsel through many different periods, including trying to help support people through the COVID pandemic, as well as to make sure that we're a welcoming city. People move to Phoenix from all over the world, and we want to make sure they are successful here. So thank you to the team who makes this possible. It really is a gem for the city of Phoenix. We are proud to be a major employer of new citizens and refugees at the city of Phoenix, and you'll see that probably most visibly at the airport, but it's we have women who are serving our Phoenix Parks Department who supported our troops in Afghanistan and then came to Phoenix. Normally we do new employee celebrations, we do pictures with everyone, but because they had family in Afghanistan that was unsafe, we couldn't do that. Some of those individuals have gone through this program, so what a gift to give to people who supported our country, and now we can say thank you in a really meaningful way. It's wonderful to be here with so many leaders in this community, including Judy Schwiebert, who served us in the state legislature and as an educator and someone so passionate about literacy. So thank you for being here. And to Joan Service, who's connected so many people with resources, housing, and more. We are grateful for your service as well. It's really a who's who in this room, and I think that shows how crucial this mission is. If we are going to be a city that lives up to our name, the mythical bird that rises from the ashes, we got to give people a pathway, and that's what you are doing here today. So I'm here as a grateful mayor and so happy to welcome this additional investment in the city of Phoenix. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Gallego. All right, now Cecilia Franco is going to tell us about her learning journey here at Literacy Phoenix and her many accomplishments. Cecilia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cecilia Franco. I am from Mexico, and I live in Phoenix for the 31 years. I am married, and I have one son. I live in Stanislav, and I pass by Literacy Phoenix many times over the last 15 years, but I never stopped by. One of the reasons that kept me from going into the Learner Center is that I have had a hearing impairment in one ear since I was a child. In 2016, I decided to stop by and ask about English class I enrolled. At Literacy Phoenix, over the last 9 years, I have reached many of my education goals. I learned English, and then I decided to get my high school equivalency diploma, which I got in 2022. My desire to advance in my education was because I wanted to improve my work opportunities. I have been cleaning houses and then babysitting. And now with my diploma, I have the confidence to take care of the administration of my husband's landscaping business. I want to thank Frank. I passed the GED math test thanks to help me. I continue learn at the Literacy Phoenix. I have been improving my English, and Georgie has been helping me over the last 3 years. Georgie also helped me prepare for the U.S. citizenship test and interview. And thanks to Georgie. I became U.S. citizen in April, just 3 weeks ago. I want to continue improving my English and my math, and I am very grateful to the teacher and volunteer of Literacy Phoenix, especially for the passion with me. Thank you. As Georgie told me, prepare is what makes things easier and success achievable. I recently celebrated my U.S. citizenship by hiking to the Grand Canyon, 17.4 miles and 9 hours trek with 40 steps, 40,000 steps. Thank you to everyone at Literacy Phoenix. Thank you.
Cecilia, thank you. That was fantastic. All right, next we're going to have a couple words from Literacy Phoenix's board treasurer, Chase Lane. He is the chief executive officer of LT Agency, a globally recognized digital marketing agency here in Arizona. He is a native Arizonan and a proud graduate of the United States Air Force Academy and the University of Notre Dame. Chase has over a decade of strategic leadership experience, having worked with Fortune 500 companies, the government, and private enterprises. Mr. Lane.
Let me just fumble with papers here for a moment. Excuse me. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for that introduction, Ty. You make me sound very impressive. I really appreciate it. When I asked earlier, Jesus, I said, how long would you like me to speak for? He said, at least 30 minutes. So everybody, please settle in and get ready. First, I just want to say thank you. I know, just echo the thank you to everyone for being here today. In particular, Mayor Gallego, thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. Having our mayor here to witness this is, I would call it like a structurally important moment for this organization, to be seen by the head of our city and to be seen by so many other leaders, community leaders, business leaders, legal leaders, education leaders, brand new citizens. Congratulations. There's nothing that makes me happier than to see people work hard and become a citizen and learn English and get their GEDs. Just congratulations on that. It's just so wonderful. So it's absolutely an honor to be here, and I want to say, this is a place built not just with resources, which it certainly takes, but also with belief. I would say, belief that every mind in our city and across Arizona is worth investing in. It's worth investing in no matter where you are in your journey, no matter where your journey started, no matter where you're trying to go. If you're willing to come here to us and put in the work to better yourself, we believe in you, and we want to make that investment in you. And that is what this place is about, and we're passionate about that. And when I think about the importance of education, I don't think first about diplomas or degrees or cool letters that come after your name, right, when you graduate. That's not what it's about. I think of education as a way to give an individual the ability to choose their own future. That's really what education is about, and that's really what we're doing here, and what we believe we can do more of here with all of your support. Education is like the quiet architect that's behind every choice that we get to make in our lives. And I like to say that without education, oftentimes life happens to you. But with education, life can happen through you. And I think that shift in frame is very powerful, and I would ask everybody to reflect on that for a moment, because that's what we're trying to do here, and that's what we believe in. And that's why today matters. You know, we're not up here handing out diplomas or certificates or celebrating citizenship. We certainly do that, and we'd love to have all of you at our graduations because they're quite a bit of fun, and we get to celebrate our students in other ways there as well. But what we're here to do today is to plant a flag here in this building and say, we're here to give you back your agency, control over your life. You know, and every learner that passes through these doors leaves with more control over their life and their future than they had when they entered. And that's important. That's real power. And that's what we're here to do, and that's what we believe. So, the building that we're dedicating today, and everything that happens, will happen and has happened inside this building, is powered by two things. Number one, your tax dollars. So thank you for those tax dollars. Thank you for entrusting us with them. We're very proud to be recipients of both state and federal grants that help power the majority of what we do here. But also we're powered by the generosity of the community. And today we want to especially thank VNSA because, you know, without VNSA's commitment to this organization and to their commitment to Maricopa County and this community over many, many years, we would certainly not be standing here in this building today, and we would certainly not be able to provide the full spectrum of services that we provide. And we're not alone. You should do your research into VNSA, because they do a tremendous amount of good for our community across a wide variety of different areas. So you know, we know that VNSA believes in us and believes in this, and I just want to give a quick thank you to them for that. Thank you for believing in us. If you're a member of VNSA, please raise your hand and be recognized. Right, 2 minutes down, 28 more to go. So what I would say is, if you believe in what's being built here, in the futures that are being reclaimed here, in the agency that is being architected here, we invite you to be part of it. We would love to have you be part of our organization. We are always looking for strong leaders in the community, which I would say likely everyone in this room is, to be part of our board. If that's something you're interested in helping steward this organization, come speak to me, speak to our CEO, Jesus, speak to Chris, or any of the other members of the board up here. We'd love to have that discussion with you, because the more of us there are, the more brain power there is, the more students that we can serve, and the better we can do for our community. But there's a lot of different ways to support. I mean, donations, yes. You know, we certainly are not going to get up here and hard sell you, but as you walk around the campus today, walk around the building, you'll see a few signs of some of the things that we're actively raising funds for. So if you're so inclined, you know, we would certainly appreciate that. But even more than that, as a CEO of an advertising agency, I think it would be remiss if I didn't say that advertising works. There's a reason why advertising is everywhere, and it's because it works. But the strongest advertising is the personal connection from one person to another. So what I would ask of you personally, and what this organization would ask of you and this board, is that if you are interested in supporting us, that the best way that you can support us is by being an ambassador for this mission. The more people that know that we are here, and not just about Literacy Phoenix, but that we are here in downtown, right next to the light rail, right next to where a lot of our population lives, speak about us. Tell your friends, tell your community members, tell your churches, tell your associations, tell your coworkers, tell your children or your grandchildren or your parents. Speak about us, because that goodwill goes a long way. And if everyone in this room says something to one other person, we've just doubled the signal that we're sending out. So please do that for us, because this really makes a meaningful difference in people's lives. Because every life that we change here, there's many individuals that we never get the chance to change their lives because they never cross paths with us, and we want to fix that. So thank you for that. Thank you for standing with us. And thank you for standing with Literacy Phoenix. Thank you for believing in the future of our community, the future of our city, the future of our state, our country. That future is being born here. You know, one student at a time, one GED at a time, one citizenship at a time, and it's critical work. And so thank you so much for being here with us today. And with that, I would like to ask the rest of the board, and Mayor, would love to have you as well, if you're willing, to to stand up here as we unveil our dedication plaque. So thank you very much. Who wants to do the unveiling?
Should we do a countdown?
Should we?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Very proud to dedicate this building to Dean.
Right, when I was a volunteer, my favorite thing was to talk to the students and learn their story of how they came to Arizona. And our next speaker, Miss Yar Dang, has a pretty incredible story coming to Arizona as a refugee. So, Miss Dang, come on up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yar Deng. I am from South Sudan. I came as refugees. Before I came to Arizona, I was in San Diego for 5 years. And then I moved to Phoenix in 2003 because life was cheap in Arizona. And then San Diego. In 2016, I was looking for English class to improve my language skill. And one friend of mine sent me to literacy volunteer of Maricopa. Since then, I was been a student in Maricopa. Since then, I have been a student in 3 different locations. Literacy Phoenix was helped me a lot to improve my English skill. All the teacher was been excellent all those years. Current, I am taking classes with Marcy. Before her was Arcelia. Then in Phoenix, I was studying new life, and I got a new job as a caregiver. Also, I have been working as a caregiver for 22 years. I also stay in company for 11 years, and my current job, I was been working for 11 and a half years. And my dream have stable was to come through. Thank you to this program that I live been all these years. I would like to get a HSE diploma, EGD classes, because I would like to get a better job, and I would like to become a nurse. Thank you, Literacy Phoenix, for the opportunity to improve my English skill. And thank you all to the guests or to listening for my story. Thank you.
To close this evening, we are going to hear from Literacy Phoenix's CEO, Mr. Jesus Love. Jesus has been at the helm of Literacy Phoenix since 2016. After graduating from Georgetown University, Jesus returned to Mexico, where he worked for 2 large commercial banks, supervising emerging markets, managing international operations as well. At the beginning of the dot-com boom, Jesus moved to Tucson, where he co-founded an e-investment firm servicing foreign national clientele desiring to trade in the United States financial markets. He left his successful venture and moved to Phoenix and joined a regional retail and commercial bank, helping with the expansion from 4 to 67 branches during his 13-year tenure. Jesus has always held a deep sense of service and volunteerism. Throughout his life, he has continuously been involved in educational and philanthropic organizations, including St. Simon and Jude Cathedral Parish and School, the St. Vincent de Paul Society, the Phoenix Conservatory of Music, the Georgetown University Alumni Admissions Program, the Phoenix Business and Workforce Development Board, and the Roman Catholic Diocese of Phoenix. Please welcome Dr. Jesus. Or Mr. Jesus. I gave you a doctor.
Thank you, but if you're gonna call me doctor, you have to call me Dr. Love. I'm not a doctor, though. I have some words for you. So, first and foremost, we skipped the ribbon cutting. What's up with that?
Best for last.
That's for last, okay. We'll do it at the end. Thank you. So just a few brief words. I'm not gonna talk very long, I hope, although those of you who know me well, I sometimes overextend myself. I wanna thank Mayor Gallego. Thank you for being here. I'm not going to repeat what Chase and Chris said, but we are very honored and proud, and your support means a lot to us. I also want to thank Bev Wilson, the State Superintendent and the Adult Education Services Director. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to our board, and thank you to Ty. So special to have you here. We appreciate you. Thank you. And of course, it's a good friend of mine, and we'll talk about her later. She always says it takes a village, and we do have a village. All of you are our village. But the work that we do, we couldn't do it if it wasn't for the staff. They're the ones that work hardest, longest hours, and deal with the students. So to all of them, please stand up and raise your hand and thank you. As I walk through the learning centers, we have another learning center in Sunny Slope. And sometimes the teachers don't like it, but I talk to the students. And I get to know them, and I get to know their stories. That's what invigorates me. That's my motivation. Otherwise, I'm just cocking the wheel, doing finances and other things in my office. So I appreciate, I have gotten to know many of the students. Thank you to Rotary. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Yar, for being here with us today. We appreciate you, and you made our event much more relevant by listening to you and to your journey. So thank you. And then our volunteers. Rotary talked about 2 volunteers, but we have several volunteers. COVID hit us hard. We went virtual. We emerged like the Phoenix bird, and we are actually stronger. It helped us to cope with adversity. It helped us figure it out how to teach virtually. And now we implemented what is called hybrid flexible. All our classes are taught simultaneously, in person and virtually. And that not only is more efficient for some of the students, but increases our outreach and our capacity. So I'm not gonna say thank you to COVID, though. So before I forget, just a brief explanation of why our name changed. Some people have asked why. So Literacy Volunteers of Maricopa County started in 1982 as an affiliate of Literacy Volunteers of America, teaching adults to read at public libraries, churches, and community centers. Literacy Volunteers of America and Lubbock Literacy International were two of the largest volunteer literacy organizations in the world. And they merged in 2022, becoming pro-literacy. Little lesson, a quiz later to follow. Thousands of volunteer literacy programs in the United States were based in these two organizations, following the Lubbock literacy and method and focusing on concepts of each one teach one. If you can read, help someone who can't. These volunteer-based programs highlighted the immense value of volunteerism and the power of personal attention and small group relationship for adult learning. And although many organizations throughout the country still carry in their name Literacy Volunteers of or Lubbock, we're all unaffiliated and independent. We are a member of Pro-Literacy, which is the global leader in adult literacy, and we pay annual dues. Imagine that. To have access to the training, research, and resources. And while we greatly appreciate the contributions of volunteers and remain true to our origins in helping individuals to read, our long, complex name is hardly memorable and difficult to recognize in our community, particularly among the population that we serve. Our formal and former, we're still gonna be Literacy Volunteers of Maricopa County, Inc., as a corporation, is often convoluted, particularly when it's referred to as an acronym, LVMC, with difficulty understanding what we do and where we offer our services. I think Chase said it well. And I want to also thank Chase and LT Agency. They help us through the rebranding and renaming of the organization. Thank you. But having an easy name and an easy logo to recognize, it's easier for us to cement our presence in the community than a long, convoluted game and who you are and what is the acronym. Are you part of the Maricopa County government system? Are you only a volunteer organization? So something clear. And last year at our ceremony, at the end of the year, where we recognize high school graduates, English language learners, and IT, integrated education and training certificates, particularly for the retail industry, Mayor was kind to send us a congratulatory video, and she actually formally unveiled our name. And in her words, she said she's partial to it, so thank you, Mayor. I have it in record, so.
Good choice.
Good choice. So, LT Agency. I don't want the perception or the thought that volunteers are not important. And I want to congratulate, celebrate, thank all our volunteers. I see so many faces in the crowd. I see John, and I see recently Jimmy, and our super Go volunteer Georgie. And I'm sure there's many more, Frank, that I'm missing. But volunteers are crucial to the work that we do. Not so much in teaching. We have professionally paid adult education certified instructors who do a phenomenal job teaching in the classroom. But volunteers help us with a one-on-one. For an adult learner who is probably far behind, the time spent one-on-one, as Charles is a volunteer, he knows about it, one of our students, they advance at a faster pace because they have that one-on-one time learning. And in many occasions, they're actually the glue for the student to our program. Because we are at no cost, I don't like to say the word free, but we do not charge any student anything to participate. We have a lot of attrition. And for us, the board, the staff, I need help. And then you go away, it hurt us. There's something that we're not doing 100% or 110% to retain you and to grow you. And volunteers play a very important mission in that. So thank you to the volunteers. So as I was saying, we are a professionally staffed organization providing reading and writing up to preparation for the GED, which is a pathway to attain a high school equivalency diploma. It's not a certificate. It's a pathway to get a high school diploma signed by Miss Beth Wilson here, so we'll show you one. We serve over 1,000, and the other program is English language. It's called English for Speakers of Other Languages, which is also formerly known as ESL. And along with that, we do civics and citizenship, and all our materials have embedded concurrent work skills, employability skills. The whole idea is through education to grow you for a job, a better job, post-secondary education, and apprenticeship, whatever it's your dream to unlock, whether it's going through CNA, which we're gonna make sure that you go ER, or whether it's going to college to explore what, like Roderick wants, that's what we wanna do. We are, as Jay said, the beginning of, for the students to fulfill their potential, so. So we have 2 learning centers, this one here, one in Sunny Slope. I went a little bit of script, so I'm gonna hurry up. This learning center here gives us a strategic location because we are able to reach south and west, where there is a larger population that requires our service. Not only refugees, but also recently high school dropouts. So, as I was reflecting on what I was gonna talk to you about today, and I don't know if Mayor remember, it came to my mind one of the first time that I worked with Mayor Gallego, back in the spring in 2017. Then Councilwoman Gallego. When I just started working at Literacy Phoenix and participated in an ad hoc subcommittee to ensure that Phoenix would support adult programs that provide educational services to refugees. Do you remember back then? Cynthia was helping us back then too. So thank you. We're still doing it together, so thank you. And the whole idea was to not only provide English, but also workforce readiness skills in carving employment and career pathways. And as you know, Mayor Gallego, we continue carving those employment and career pathways. And as you know, we're trying to expand our reach, our outreach in the community. Shay said it again, and most of you do. The best job that you can do is just tell someone. Just tell someone. You need to learn English. You need to upskill. Even if you have a high school diploma, you need to learn, be better at math. You need to get a high school diploma. Go to Literacy Phoenix or any of the other adult education programs in the city. There is 4 like us, and there is 20 throughout the state. We have no waiting list, so. So thank you for being here, Mayor. Thank you for your commitment to supporting adult education and other learners, including refugees, upskilling our workforce and creating opportunities in our great city of Phoenix. At Literacy Phoenix, our mission is to empower adults to achieve literacy and improve their quality of life. We are helping to strengthen our workforce and create better career and employment opportunities for our students, helping them to get or improve employment and attain economic self-sufficiency, participate in their children's education, transition into post-secondary education and job skills training, and fully integrate and participate in our society. Phoenix gets better as our citizens get better. Today at this dedication ceremony, we're missing many friends who were not able to join us because they're attending graduations throughout the state and throughout the country. It happens to be a very popular day for graduations, high school and college. We congratulate all the graduates and their families on their educational achievements. Speaking of family, my wife, who's gonna hate me for saying, is here with us today. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you supporting them. She puts up with a lot of long nights and early hours and missing dinners and other things, but thank you. And through her work also supports me, so I appreciate that. I couldn't do what I do without your encouragement and support, so thank you. Literacy Phoenix Downtown Learning Center will give us and VNSA a permanent presence in our community. When we finish with all the improvements, we're gonna make, as beautiful as you see this facility, we're gonna make some improvements because we need them. we're gonna add 2 more classrooms in that area, and that will give us 7 classrooms. And we're, of course, with that comes more technology and et cetera. As I mentioned, all our classes are highly flexible. We serve students in person and remotely simultaneously. So this will give us capacity for years to come to continue serving the city of Phoenix. And just by being here today with us, you're demonstrating your support and for our mission. Thanks to each one of you for recognizing the value and importance of adult education. Thanks to BNSA and all its members for the labor of love throughout the years to put together a fabulous used book sale. We appreciate it. And donating all the net proceeds to charities in Phoenix. They've done throughout the years, supported many charities. Back when I started, they were supporting Toby House, a mental facility, and they were supporting Arizona Friends of Foster Children. And among other charities. Currently, in addition to us, they support the Phoenix Conservatory of Music and Duet, Partners in Health Aging. And thanks to both of their executive directors, Regina Nixon and Ann Wheat, for joining us today. And to wrap up, as you can probably notice on the program, the dedication of the building is permanent, but we also want to do a special recognition today to those VNSA members who have served for 25 or more years. Thank you. Congratulations and thank you for your many years of service. I would be remiss if I did not remind you to please recycle and repurpose your books. We have a drop-off donation right in our parking lot now. And there are boxes located throughout the metropolitan area. Woo! Go to vnsabooksale.org and you can find a drop-off box, so just bring them by here. And also mark your calendars. The 69th annual VNSA Used Book Sale is on February 14th and 15th. So please go. Lastly, I want to thank you guys, my board of directors, and you guys, my staff. We're all wearing name tags. Feel free to approach us, ask any questions, give us a hug. We will gladly show you the center and enthusiastically explain what we teach and how we integrate technology in the classroom. Thanks to all our students here present, and all of our students, truly. My staff hears me say often, this is our business. We exist because of you. So thank you, students. And special thanks to Cecilia and Roderick and Yara for sharing your stories with us today. Thanks to all the volunteers, the donors. Your help makes our work easier. Thank you to the Arizona Department of Education, Beverly, and some of our staff that I see here with us today. Please stay around and join us for light refreshments. Before we get up and finish, we have to do the ribbon cutting. But I want to tell you something else. We're going to put a cast aluminum plaque at the entrance. And what happened to the plaque? It's right here. Let me just tell them what it says. Along with this, so we wanted to permanently recognize and dedicate the building to VNSA, but we want everybody who walks through the doors know what VNSA is. So we had to make a bigger plaque and explain what VNSA is, and then a permanent plaque, which that was going to remain on top of it. So, and the plaque reads, "This learning center stands as a tribute to VNSA, Volunteer Nonprofit Service Association, in honor of their unwavering dedication to the community. VNSA has supported local nonprofits since 1957 and has been a key sponsor of Literacy Phoenix since 1987. And this came from them, enriching lives and inspiring a love for learning." And it says May 15, 2025, Literacy Phoenix, a DVA of Literacy Volunteers of Maricopa County. So, am I on board? You got your nice sisters. I don't know if you want to say a few words when you cut. I don't know what you're saying. So,